There's a movie called Man with No Past, which you did not see.
I
And
did not.
you should have seen this movie.
Why is that?
This is not your bad because I actually pulled this movie for our show because Alarum, a movie that stars Sylvester Stallone, I believe, and Willa Fitzgerald, Mike Coulter, Scott Eastwood. We were not able to access that movie due to screener issues. So I decided to actually go with another movie, another action thriller called Man with No Past. This is the reason why probably you would want to see it. It's directed by James Bamford from the movie Air Force One Down. You've interviewed James Bamford. I know your memory sucks, just like my memory sucks. Do you remember
Yes.
anything about Air Force One Down? While I cough again, do you remember anything about that movie or your interview with
I
James
remember
Bamford?
if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's the one where they have that wonder like in the tunnel area.
I didn't see the movie. You saw that, and I remember
Oh,
you liking
I
it.
either way, there was a bunch of pretty awesome action scenes in there.
There's some pretty awesome action scenes with Man with No Past. Stars Jon Voight, Marton Csokas, Adam Woodward, and it also has Philip Winchester in this. And I'm looking at the plot line. It also there's the actress. I don't know. Let me pull up the name on the actress, but it's an action-packed thriller. And here is the plot line: waking up in an unfamiliar city, a man with no memory. This man is played by Adam Woodward. He has no memory and he has to confront the mysteries of his own identity. It's available on digital on Friday, January 17th. And what's interesting about this is Man with No Past, you think it's going to be some kind of routine action thriller, but it's not. And I can't, it's one of these things
I
where
mean,
yeah,
I was hoping for a routine action thriller.
right. And you said Air Force One Down with James Bamford. He said you recalled that it was some really good action sequences. And if James Bamford just did a movie, straight up simple movie with action, you and I would be all over it. But
Yes.
Man with No Past is very interesting because look, James Bamford, he does not get the kind of budget that let's say a Christopher Nolan movie does. Man with No Past is sort of on the ambition level of a Christopher Nolan film. If you can, yeah. So it's kind of a weird movie. It's basically about how you have to actually understand this guy is trying to understand the mysteries of his life, but it flashes back to different moments in history when he's having dreams of himself fighting a gladiator. He has dreams of himself in World War II fighting the Nazis. He has dreams of himself in different eras of the world in history being the good guy, this mysterious man. And then actors Jon Voight, Marton Csokas, and a couple of other people in this movie, they're also as part of his dream. And he's wondering, are these just dreams or is this reality? Has he lived in different moments? Yes, the main actress is Charlotte Vega. So Charlotte Vega is also a big actress, big part of the ensemble. So all of these actors are in different moments of history. And you're wondering, how does it connect to present day? And you're wondering, is present day an illusion? Because when they use the phones that they're not really using cell phones that much, they're using landlines and they're reading from the newspaper. So a lot of this might be anachronistic. That's set in present day, but you're wondering what's going on. And you're wondering what is Man with No Past all about? If you like movies with a lot of mystery, Man with No Past will be interesting because, dude, check this out. It's around over 100 minutes at least, and I'd say about 80% or 85% is mystery, is lead up to an eventual confrontation. And I think a lot of people will be checked out because a lot of it is story building until that one final moment. To our point, we see so many action thrillers that are routine and we enjoy them. But I really give Bamford credit for making a movie that's sort of a little bit out of the norm and very ambitious with a limited budget. This is a Paramount movie, and sometimes these Paramount movies that are sort of B movies are set on a lot, and there's that artifice of like, remember because we reviewed several years ago that Paramount film Vindicta, these Paramount movies, and Air Force One Down is also that
Yeah.
sort of aesthetic. You know that Paramount aesthetic, which is B movies, pretty low budget, but as long as you have a good time, you have a good time. Kind of what Paramount does with their movies, like kind of what Saban does, Lionsgate, but this one is sort of
So,
within that Paramount aesthetic, yeah,
but
which I enjoy.
with this, does the mystery like is it easy to follow and pays off, or is it this like one of those things where they probably could have cut out the mystery and just stuck with the action bits?
That's a good question. I think this movie really hinges upon your investment in the mystery, and it's a mystery that's easy to figure out anyway. So when everything is revealed at the end, you go, "Yeah, I know exactly what's going to happen," because
Right.
a healthy amount of it is a lot of the action sequences are set in flashbacks. So World War II, you're gonna have a World War II scene, several flashbacks. You're gonna have machine guns, bombs, and then you're gonna have a gladiator sequence, like maybe Roman times or whatever. So you're gonna see swords and shields. And this was a way for Bamford to have different action sequences within different periods of history within the framework of a limited budget, which I thought was really good. That said, Man with No Past is the type of screenplay that should have had a Christopher Nolan budget. It's one of those kind of
Yeah.
stories, which is I thought very kind of interesting. But overall, this was a solid, not routine action thriller that, again, some people might not like it because they might just want the James Bamford touch, just action, 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 and very little story. But this movie has a lot of story and some action, but more story than action. But for me, Man with No Past, solid enough action thriller. Really enjoyed its ambition. 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars for Man with No Past. Available on digital Friday, January 17th.
You're 3.5 star Greg today.
I am 3.5 star Greg today. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.